Hotel Dorado, and brand new, completely re-envisioned area and whole new kitchen space,
Yes,
right?
absolutely. Gorgeous in here.
So I'm here with Chef Travis, and
Hi
it's Travis Buchert.
Travis Buchert, yes.
Buchert,
Yeah.
Buchert.
All
I
good.
got to get that little swing in there.
Yeah.
Travis Buchert.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And are you from the Okanagan?
I'm not from the Okanagan, no. I'm from Fort St. John, BC. It's a little place north of here, but always came down to the Kelowna, Okanagan area to travel on vacation with my family and stuff. So after I finished my travels overseas, I thought, hey, what a better place to come and enjoy my beautiful summers and very small, short winters. So.
For Canadian winter, this is as good as it gets, right?
Yes.
It's got all the right things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Beautiful twinkly lights at Christmas, a little dusting of snow, but you don't freeze to your car.
Exactly.
Yeah. Did you do that in Fort St. John?
Oh God, yes. Minus 40 weather.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Well,
Not anymore.
I'm a Winnipeg kid, so
very
I'm used
cold.
to freezing to stuff.
Yes, yes.
So I was looking at the website.
Yep.
And just looking how Hotel Dorado has grown over the years from its inception, 1926?
Yes, 1926. Yep,
That's
absolutely.
incredible. And it kind of, the person who started it is sort of
the Countess.
Yeah.
Miss Bubna,
Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's kind of a spicy story.
Yeah.
Do you know much of it, or should we send them to the website?
Well, I mean, she was over in the UK with her husband, and they ended up getting divorced, which was kind of a faux pas back in the day, right? So that didn't really happen very often. So she was kind of a little bit of a scandalous person back where she came from. Her wife was involved in her mother was involved in a little bit of a story as well, but I'll direct you to the website for that one. But she decided to come to the Kelowna area and set this little hotel up, and here we are today.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it wasn't always all of this. This is a huge complex.
Yeah, absolutely.
So really, is it the biggest resort in our area?
I would say so. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know of anything more developed than Hotel Dorado and the complex that Maestro's is part of, and and you've got those little townhouses in between.
Yeah, the villas are beautiful. Love those things.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so what's that structure in the middle? It's kind of roundish.
So that there's many different names that we have for it over at the hotel, but I call it the Sunshine House because it's sitting there right there in the middle. Got the beautiful lake looking over it. We've got like a pool table in there, and we run banquets out of it as well. And we do yoga up top as well on the little balcony too. So.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
When the weather permits, of course.
Oh yeah. It's a little breezy now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can say from where we're standing. So in Maestro's, we're right in the. What do you call this part of the kitchen?
This part of the kitchen right here, this is the Forno station right here.
Forno
So this
station.
right here, we have our beautiful oven that we had imported from Italy. So it's not wood fired, it's gas fired, but still gets the job done.
And you got flames.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
You can see them.
Yeah, works really good.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yes.
All right, so where did you get your culinary start?
So over by where I'm from in Fort St. John, there's another little town called Dawson Creek, and I went to the Northern Lights College over there, where I got I did all of my training over there. I did my level 1, level 2, and Red Seal with Chef Michael French, who's over there. He's a very, very good person in the community. Very, very lovely chef. He helped grow me to who I am today, and then he pointed me in the direction of the Fairmont Hotel, where I kind of laid the groundwork, I would say, during my level 2 cooking.
So what happens to you in level 2?
In level 2, basically, level 1, you're just kind of getting introduced into the kitchen. Level 2 is a little bit more intermediate, so you're learning more advanced techniques.
Okay, so you're not still stuck peeling a whole big
Oh no,
pile of
you are.
onions.
Oh no, you are.
You
oh
really
yeah,
are?
you're doing everything from A to Z, right? So, yeah, that's how you get your grasp in the kitchen. Yeah.
Wow. So do you watch any cooking shows?
Not lately, no. But I mean, when I was growing up, I definitely watched a lot of cooking shows growing up, and that's definitely something that got me into cooking. Just being in the kitchen, being young and inquisitive. My mother didn't necessarily want me in there. I was kind of in her way and stuff. But over at Grandma's place, making cookies, always getting my finger in the batter when I shouldn't be, but she wasn't mad at it. She always let me do my thing. So.
What would you do now if one of your staff fingered up your batter?
I don't know.
It wouldn't be cool.
I would say grab a spoon next time.
Yes, yeah.
Absolutely, yes.
Even when we're doing like home cooking demos
Yes.
in our kitchen, we've got a whole pile of tester spoons.
Oh
and
yeah,
receptacles.
I go through so many spoons, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Taste,
Just
taste.
Taste everything, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Amazing. I've been watching this fellow. It reminds me of you.
Yeah.
Trying to remember his name, but he is talking about TikTok videos, TikTok cooking videos,
Yep.
and how appalling a lot of them are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the things where it tells you to do this or that. I tried one of them last night
Yep.
with, it was like how to peel and mash a boiled potato without peeling or mashing it. And it's just taking a cooling
Interesting.
grid
Yeah.
and you boil this thing until
Grate
it
it
is
over it kind of
not
thing,
even,
or-
just crunch it through. And it's supposed to leave, it only made a giant gross mess.
Of course,
So I would
yes.
say that doesn't work.
No.
And I'm really happy
Yes.
if somebody can make it work and show me how to do that, because that sounds like a time saver.
It does,
Yeah,
yeah. No, I
'cause I
mean
don't
there
have
are
a ricer.
there are a lot of really cool tips and tricks that you can do in the kitchen that'll
Yeah.
definitely save your time and whatnot. But when we're here in our kitchen, we definitely try to do as more advanced stuff as we can to make sure you get
Well-
the best quality stuff.
Well, you're fancy chefy, but
Oh, I
me
try
and
to,
my
I try
friends
to.
were just like in our home and squishing potatoes through cooling racks and failing.
If it
So
works,
bad.
if it works, it works.
It does not.
Okay,
so
well
don't
then let's
even
not do
bother.
that. Let's not go there.
So what do you do when you are off work? Do you head to just make yourself an omelet, or do you make something fancy?
Oh, I
Just
mean,
for you yourself. Like if you're hungry,
Yeah.
you're done.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Oh, I mean, when I finish up work, takeout's definitely a big option. I let someone else do the cooking for me. But I mean, if I am making a meal for myself, I keep it as simple as possible. You know, nice stews. I have something in the crock pot at home waiting for me when I come home. So in the winter, nice stews, soup.
Okay, I need to know. Do you have a stew secret?
Lots of wine, lots of butter. The French way.
Okay, wine
Yes.
and butter.
Yes.
And then you probably walk uphill all the way home
Oh,
to keep your girlish physique.
Well, I mean, I do what I can when I can, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So many people in the food trade are, they put a lot of work into not just wearing their
Yes.
what they make, because
Yes.
I find especially bakers here in town, we've got a lot of like really fit.
Yeah, I don't
Bakers.
understand. If
Yeah.
I was a baker, I would not be fit as a fiddle, that's for sure.
No, yeah.
Kudos to them for
I
having
know,
the
it must
restraint.
take so much work.
Yes, yes.
But yeah, you are surrounded by culinary
Oh, yeah,
amazingness.
absolutely,
Right? And you've
yeah.
got a big team with you.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, speaking of pastries, our executive pastry chef, Vikram Sandhu, makes all the pastries in-house, so it's
Okay.
everything in my power not to try to
Oh, yeah.
get some delicious desserts off of him. He's truly, truly creative guy.
Oh, that's amazing. Well,
Yeah.
thank you for that glimpse into your life.
Of course,
Like
not
I
a problem.
promised I would not haunt your Pinterest pages.
Oh, that's all right.
You haven't done it?
No.
Are there things to find?
Oh, I mean, there might be. I'm not very technologically savvy. I
Okay.
barely keep up on my Instagrams or anything like that, so I'm too busy at work.
Yeah, well, it is a big deal here. You
Yes.
probably have one of the busiest restaurants in town.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we do get crazy busy sometimes, especially in the summertime when when everything's happening.
Oh, but you're open part of the week right now. When
Yeah.
are you open right now?
So right now we're closed on Mondays and Tuesdays, and then we're open from Wednesday to Thursday for just dinner service. Then on Friday we open up for happy hour at 3 o'clock.
Okay.
And then on Saturday and Sunday we do our brunch, lunch, dinner service.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Do you have a favorite?
Favorite dish on the menu right
Yeah.
now, we're going to be making it in just a moment, but it's pork belly appetizer. Also one of my favorite dishes that we won't be cooking today. It sounds a little bit boring, but it's a beet salad with labna and chermoula with a little bit of roasted hazelnut dukkha. There's not a lot going on with it, but it's definitely a sleeper on the menu, and it's something that's very delicious.
There's 4 words in there. There's beet that I
Beet,
know,
yeah.
and then there were 3 others
Yes.
that are not
Yes.
English exactly,
Yeah,
are
so
they?
labna's Greek yogurt, which is already thick, and then we
Yeah.
hang it and make it more thick, so we
Ooh,
drain all the way out of it,
okay.
so it's super thick
All
yogurt.
right.
And then chermoula, basically like Mediterranean chimichurri, which if you also don't understand is like
Yeah.
cilantro and garlic and all that good stuff. So
green
very
and fresh and gorgeous.
Very herbaceous, very delicious. Pairs with the beets very well. Gives that nice pop of green on the white labne yogurt as well.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And there was a third thing.
The dukkha. So dukkha comes from Egypt. So we're traveling all around the place on this menu here. The Mediterranean's a very big place, so I got my inspiration from a lot of places.
Yeah.
And then dukkha is just basically nuts and spices mixed together and then put on it. It's just fancy words that we use. You can call it nuts and spice mix.
Nuts and spice mix.
Yes.
I'm going to call it dukkha just to
Dukkha
be
sounds
a thing.
cool. Dukkha.
Renee's laughing at me. Oh, please tell me. Don't tell me when I say it wrong, Renee. I'm going to like maul that word. I just know it. Daka.
Dukkha. Oh, you're good. You're
Well,
good.
no, it sounds almost like a Russian prison camp or something.
Dukkha.
Okay, but what we're making here
Yeah.
with your fancy blazing slit in the wall is
Yeah.
some kind of pizza, right?
Yeah, we're making a prosciutto and fig pizza. So on the base we have a ouzo cream, and ouzo is a black licorice liqueur. Just very anise flavored, but very small amount goes into making it, as people don't typically like black licorice, so it's just a very subtle hint, and that lends well with the red wine stewed figs that we toss in our arugula. We got a little bit of lemon olive oil and balsamic glaze in there as well, so it's a little bit of sweet, a little bit of savory, a lot of sexy. Very nice pizza.
It sounds like the sexiest pizza in the world.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Cool.
All right,
so should we get started?
Please, let's do that.
Fantastic. So I've got my dough and the flour here. Just gonna pull that out. We're just gonna push all the air bubbles in there because this is a yeast dough. So we want to make sure that it doesn't puff up very much when we're doing this.
I'm not sure if people can see it. Can you just hold it up for a second so they can see your little your pokey finger marks?
Yeah, so I'm just poking it, like this, giving it a nice little massage, kind of like when you're making a focaccia bread as well.
Oh, okay.
Just kind of getting
a lot of us have done that.
Of course.
Speaking for a lot of us, I'm talking about, I've done that.
Yeah, and then right now I'm just moving it around in a circle, making little quarter turns, and that's just stretching out the pizza, getting it a little bit bigger, try to make it as round as possible.
It kind of has a bounce back. Does it need to rest?
Yeah, so I mean, when we make our pizza dough, we do it 24 hours in advance. That gives the yeast a moment to kind of react with all of the flour and the sugar and the water that's going on in there. And then we let that sit in our fridge for up to 4 days, and then we try to keep it as fresh as possible after that. Yeah. And then we have our pizza already ready to go. I like to give it a couple of slaps to get some of that flour off. And I'm also stretching it in the process and getting you dirty too. I'm getting the side eye.
Son, you're being bad.
So I've got some ouzo cream right here. Very simple, it's just some shallots, little ouzo and cream, and then we reduce the cream by half. And then voila, you have ouzo cream.
Wow. That is super glossy.
Very, very thick, very glossy.
Is there a chefy word for how glossy and thick that is?
Glossy.
Glossy.
That works perfectly. A nice gleam, I guess, when
gleam,
it hits the...
Or gleam.
Gleam. Gleam. I don't know.
I'm thinking gleam.
Gleam.
Because that's shiny.
That
gleam
sounds good.
I found this outside.
Yeah.
Under a tree. Okay, now what kind of cheese is this, babe?
So this is mozzarella cheese. We use a 20% milk fat cheese. It just, the melting happens very nicely on this. And then I'm going to grab my trusty paddle right here.
Okay.
Before we get the pizza on there, we're going to dust it with a little bit of flour to ensure that it doesn't stick. And then we will go ahead, get it on there. And while it's on here, we can give it a little bit of a stretch because this pie dish is a little bit like the size of our plate here.
Okay.
And then we're going to go into the oven, turn the flame up a little bit so you can see what's going on. We put that to the far back, give it a little shake, and now we play the waiting game.
Okay.
So that'll take us about 6 to 8 minutes in there in the oven, and then we'll have a beautiful pizza.
Looking how far deep that is. So
Yeah.
Are there different temperatures?
There are different temperatures. So right closest to the flame is going to be the hottest.
Okay.
And then right around to the front, it gets a little bit warmer. So if we want to keep dishes hot or warm, we'll keep it more close to the front. But the pizzas work best when they're in the back. In the middle, it gets a little bit too hot, and then we've got a burnt base, and we don't want that.
Oh, no.
No.
Okay, so if you're looking in there, what you're seeing, it almost looks like the inside of an igloo.
Yeah,
of course, you've all been in one.
Like a big dome. Yeah, absolutely.
Canadian audience, come on, make your own, and then go in it, and it looks like this.
Right?
Yeah. Or like a planetarium with the top cut off.
There you go.
No planets.
So while that pizza's cooking, we can make, basically we're gonna make an arugula salad to go on top. This is a really fun pizza because it kind of, it's a little bit interactive for the guest. So we put a little pile of the arugula with the figs in the middle of the pizza, and they can pick and choose how much they put on. Okay. So it's a very cool concept for me. So we're just getting some figs in here.
Do you watch your guests?
I watch my guests, yeah.
See what they do?
Yeah, in the least creepy way possible. I peer out there and see how they're doing. Every now and again, I'll go over to the table and I'll ask them how they're doing, how they're enjoying themselves, but usually our front of house always does a very good job doing that. Yeah. So we're just putting a little lemon olive oil and a little bit of balsamic glaze. That'll just offer up a little bit of sweetness, and that lemon in there is gonna help cut through that richness of the cream that we have on our base and all the cheese as well. And then we're just gonna put a little bit of salt. Forgive me, I don't have it on hand at the moment.
It's gone. He's left me alone with the food. Massive vat of cheese.
So just a little bit of a pinch in here. Give that a shake, and now we'll wait a little bit. So right now what I'm looking for is just a little bit of a golden brown crust on one side.
Getting kind of puffy bubbly.
Getting a little puffy bubbly right now, yep. And then we'll keep turning it a little bit until we see that it's got a nice even crust, and then I'll show you the nice neat little trick that we get to get really nice golden bubbles on top as well.
Oh my gosh, okay. Well, this looks like an awesome way to hurt yourself too.
Oh, absolutely, yes. You definitely don't want to touch the sides. I haven't personally, no, but there are a few cooks who get a little bit excited and touch the sides sometimes, so
I would imagine
definitely
if you're
safety concern.
Flying in here?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have this entire back area there just loaded with pizzas, and our chefs are in here turning,
so there's then shuffling them around if somebody's getting too hot.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, it's a big job for whoever's coming out, yeah. All the cheese is getting nice and melty in there, it's beautiful.
All the thingies you have hanging on the wall beside you.
Yeah.
I don't know, can you see them, Renee?
Yeah.
So that's the paddle right there, exactly the one you used.
Yep, exactly.
And then you have a smaller one.
Yep, the smaller one is what I'm going to use to turn, because this guy right here is a little bit too bulky to get in there with a lot of pizzas. Okay. So this guy we're just going to kind of make a little flicky motion with our wrists and then kind of turn it a little bit. Yeah, exactly. Got it. And then just some cleaning tools right here to make sure that our maintenance is good on the machine.
Right, because it's clean as a whistle in there.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll give my pizza a little bit of a turn here. Going at a bit of an angle, and just a little flick of the wrist.
All right. So you can't
see
it. What he did, pizza's like this, and he goes under it, and then he goes, and just turns it. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Nothing to it.
The side that was against that, is that ceramic tile on the
yes.
Some sort of stone?
Yes, it's a stone.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So the side that was over there has little brown bubbles and looks just so gorgeous.
Yes. Yes. Very nice.
Wow. Does anybody ever have to go in there to repair things?
Not inside, no, but we do have an outside access point where our maintenance team can do everything that they need as well.
Okay, because that looks like it would be a crazy making adventure.
Yes.
To go in.
Absolutely.
Nobody wants that. All right. Ooh, what have we got?
So right now I'm just kind of preparing the prosciutto to go onto the pizza as well. I'm going to make these into little kind of roses, little rosettes.
Oh, pretty. Meat flowers.
Yes. That's right. That's what you can get me for Valentine's Day.
Meat flowers. Remember 20 years ago, you wouldn't, you were like 2.
Stop
Anybody out there who remembers 20 years ago when the edible arrangements started coming out? Renee's even given me a face. Okay, it would be like, here's a big ripe strawberry on a stick, and it would look like a tulip. And then they would cut, punch cut pineapple and things like that, kind of looks like a daffodil, and put these all together into arrangement. And then you'd send it to somebody you maybe didn't know what to get for them.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very
so maybe
cool.
there's a whole a whole new business model for meat flowers.
Beautiful meat flower. I love that. That's a great idea. So I'm just kind of turning them into to themselves a little bit, making a little cylinder.
Yeah.
And then we're good to go for the next one.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Oh, your gorgeous meat flowers. So pretty delicate pink and cream. Yeah.
I'm just going to go into the oven here and turn my pizza. Probably one more time, about a minute and a half. We'll have a nice, beautiful pizza. Other way.
Woo.
Perfect.
Do we have any questions about meat flowers? Somebody wanting to franchise this? Or saying you can still get edible arrangements, Wendy, and they are really cool.
That would be awesome.
They are
I would
cool.
love to see that.
Well, that can be done.
Awesome.
They keep longer without refrigeration than meat flour. Well, prosciutto, I don't know.
Yeah.
How long would prosciutto keep?
In the fridge,
cooling? No,
for a
cool.
while. I mean, like if you have it in a backpack bag like we do here, it can last up to months. But if you remove it from its vacuum seal, it starts to degrade and lose its freshness. So I'd say up to 2 weeks once it's open, kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could I mail it to somebody?
You could mail it to someone. Very special. That would be a very special thing to mail to someone.
Renee's shaking her head. Why on earth would you
Meat
mail
flowers
meat
for
flowers
everyone.
to people?
All right,
Like
looks
Chef
like
Travis meat flour.
looks like our pizza's almost done here.
Oh wow.
And now what we like to do here at the
All right.
restaurant to get a really nice bubble on top of the pizza is actually the hottest point of the oven is to the top.
What?
Because heat rises, right? So we'll get that beautiful, beautiful bubbly crust.
Holy moly.
Yeah, like that.
I feel like a gopher just coming in and out of frame.
Yeah. And then I'll just put this here so you can see the bubbly cheese effect here. But that's the base for our prosciutto fig pizza.
Can you see what this is doing?
Nice, bubbly, beautiful.
That is amazing.
Yep, then I'll just take this and cut this. Oh, my meat flowers are getting all over my knife.
Oh. Now you're going to be
There we
calling
go.
it that.
All the time.
You're welcome.
So we cut this into 8 pieces.
Okay,
So
straight out of
4
the oven.
times.
Creature's still bubbling. And
Oh
he's cutting
yes.
it. Yeah.
Pardon me, I'm just gonna,
No problem.
little awkward.
Nah, never. Oh, here, meat
Go.
flour.
Oh, thank you very much.
Welcome.
Now we are almost ready to serve.
Wow.
So we'll take our arugula salad that we had here from earlier. Put that right in the middle. All those beautiful figs.
That's amazing.
Then we'll put our flowers around here.
I don't know why I feel emotional about this pizza. It's like really pretty.
Right, and then you can pick and choose as you feel, however much you want, however little you want.
Wow.
And that's our prosciutto fig pizza.
Bravo. That's
Thank you very much.
Gorgeous. Good job.
Thank you so much.
All right. So we are going to be making a couple more things.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's
We're
not right here.
No, we're gonna move a little bit here, so.
Okay, so we're going that way, and we will be back in about 10 minutes. So if you're watching right now, please do, don't leave. Just get yourself a cup of coffee or make a cup of tea, and we'll be back with Chef Travis in another